Hello and welcome back to the SimHanger. At the SimHanger we look at all things flight sim related. If there's something you'd like me to take a look at some point in the future, please leave your suggestions in the comments below. We recently completed a 4-part series where we looked at the world of flight simulation and virtual reality, and in part 1 of that series we looked at hardware and headsets. In March and April there's been a number of announcements made regarding new headsets coming into the market, so I thought it would be appropriate and timeous to have a look at what's coming up. So we're going to take a look at a number of headsets. 2 from Oculus, the Oculus Quest, a standalone device, as well as the replacement for the current Oculus Rift, the Oculus Rift S. From Hewlett-Packard comes the HP Reverb, and Steam or Valve launched their first headset into the market, the Valve Index. We'll also be telling you what little we know about the ASA Concept D, and for those with deeper pockets, the new Xtal. Let's get started. The first of 2 headsets scheduled for a May release by Oculus is the Oculus Quest. The Oculus Quest is a standalone device, so you're not going to be tethered to the computer by cables, and offers a significant upgrade in terms of resolution compared to the original Oculus Rift of 1440 by 1600 per eye. The fact that it's got its own built-in processor probably accounts for why it's running at 72 Hz compared to the normal 90 Hz. It's inside-out tracking, so it doesn't use base stations, and features 4 cameras. The price, which is likely to be the same in US dollars, euro or pound, is tagged at $399. The fact that it has its own built-in processor means it's great as a get-up-and-go VR device, but for serious flight simulation, it's not likely to be suitable. The second headset from Oculus is the Oculus Rift S. And by Oculus's own admission, this is not an Oculus Rift 2, but something totally different, as it marks a significant shift in terms of design and style for the headset. Gone is the traditional head strap, and now comes in the halo band typical of Windows mixed reality headsets and very similar to the Lenovo Explorer. And that shouldn't be any surprise, as Facebook, the owners of Oculus, have partnered with Lenovo to produce this headset. Also gone is the need for base stations or lighthouses, and the Oculus Rift S now features inside-out tracking with support via 5 cameras. Now, inside-out tracking can come under criticism in terms of tracking of controllers, but for flight simulation this presents no problem at all. Inside-out tracking's just fine. This headset is also priced at $399, and that price point has obviously been a major factor in terms of what goes in or what doesn't go into this headset. 1280 by 1440 resolution, whilst good, is only a relatively small bump up from the original Oculus, and interestingly it has a single LCD display running at 80 Hz. One important point to note is that each pixel is now supported by 3 subpixels, a full RGB stripe, which will help improve clarity and vibrancy of color. Another interesting choice for the Oculus Rift S is the audio feed, which is supplied through slits in the headband as opposed to the traditional over-ear headphones. The potential problem here could be that outside noise could break the immersion. In terms of processing power, an i5 processor with a 970 graphics card or similar, and 8 GB of RAM is recommended, and display ports are also required. The Oculus Rift S comes with its own set of controllers. From other feedback and other reviews that I've seen, it appears the Oculus Rift S is great for those who wear glasses. I think it would be fair to say that Hewlett-Packard surprised the market in more ways than one when it launched the Hewlett-Packard Reverb. First and most obviously, it now looks more like an Oculus than the Oculus does. It's still a Windows mixed reality headset, as they previously had something in the market which was average at best. However, this model looks to be something totally different. Let's have a look at the specifications for this headset. Being a Windows mixed reality headset, it features inside-out tracking and has 2 cameras. In addition, it has a whopping 2160 by 2160 resolution per eye via 2 LCD displays. To give you some idea of comparison, that's roughly twice what the Vive Pro or Samsung Odyssey Plus currently offer. In addition, it has asymmetrical lenses which apparently help improve clarity, and it also has a full RGB strip, meaning each pixel has 3 subpixels, and this will help reduce any screen door effect impact. Runs at 90 Hz, display ports, as is becoming standard, are required, and it features a nominally increased field of view of 114 degrees. Comes with built-in and removable headphones as well as 2 microphones and a pair of Windows mixed reality controllers. From the reviews I've seen, it looks like it's great if you wear a pair of glasses, no problem there, and the minimum computer specification looks fairly standard. However, the proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating, and we'll just have to see what sort of power one needs to push through that many pixels to the headset. In terms of price, it's coming out in 2 versions, a consumer version at $599 and a Pro version at $649. From what I can see, the only difference between the consumer and Pro edition appears to be the face mask and length of some cables. Not a lot is known about the Valve Index. Valve are playing things pretty close to their chest, although we do believe it is due for release in the second quarter of 2019 and perhaps as early as mid-May. Clearly from the picture it comes with headphones that are perhaps removable, and the front of the headset that more closely resembles something worn by Darth Vader. There looks like there is an access recess there that looks suspiciously the same size and shape as the Leap Motion controller. You may or may not be aware that Valve has been heavily involved for many years with HTC and the development and progress of the Vive. The cameras on the front there are likely to be pass-through cameras, as I believe the Valve Index will come with base stations. The few details that we do have to hand come from the Steam website, where Valve posted information on the Valve Index headset, but only for a few hours, including a number of pictures, which included this one, which seems to show at the base of the Valve Index headset a manual IPD adjustment. And coincidentally, the leaking of this information, or posting on the website in error, was at the same time that the Oculus Rift S was released. Price is unknown at this time, but we would expect it to be in the $600 to $800 mark. It uses Fresnel lenses and apparently uses a stacked lens system or phased optics, which could potentially improve the field of view to above 110 degrees. But that's purely speculation at this time, and so is a potential launch date of June or July 2019. Details are known on the controllers, or the index or knuckle controllers that Valve have been developing for some time, and these have been received very favorably and have the potential to become industry standards for the future. Not all the details on the ASA Concept D Ojo headset are known at this time, and we're not sure whether this is aimed primarily at consumers or maybe more enterprise orientated. What we do know, compared to the Acer Ojo 500, which had 1440 by 1440 resolution, the Concept D headset will boast the same resolution as HP's upcoming Reverb of 2160 by 2160, We can also see there on the base a manual IPD adjustment. The Concept D will come with the standard head strap and adjustable earphones. Its Windows Mixed Reality, and through its 2 cameras will have inside-out tracking. The front face of the headset appears to be detachable, and that may be more enterprise orientated to allow operators to remove both the display and lenses from the rest of the device for quick cleaning, etc. The release date for the ASA Concept D headset is still to be confirmed. The Xtal headset is aimed squarely at the enterprise and commercial businesses. It boasts 2560 by 1440 resolutions per eye through 2 quad high-density OLED displays. It also boasts a 180-degree field of vision with an auto IPD adjustment. It also has an embedded leap motion controller for hand control in VR applications. It does use base stations for tracking and is available on the market right now. Oh, and the cost? That'll be about $5,000. So certainly a lot happening in the VR headset market at the moment. HP Reverb, well, that's got my interest with that great resolution. But the software-only IPD adjustment, that's going to push it into the try before I buy category. The Valve Index is also worth a closer look, and I'm going to be very curious to see what sort of resolution and price point that enters the market at. If you're thinking of getting a headset or upgrading your existing one, I'll be interested to know what your thoughts are. Please leave them in the comments below. I hope you found this useful and informative. I'll see you soon, and